Hello my friends, this is Jeanette, a professional makeup artist. I just came back from a very well-deserved vacation, friends. I went to Scotland as I was announcing it on the last 2 to 3 videos I filmed. I was ordering so many products, friends, but by the time I was leaving, I didn't receive them, so I didn't have no opportunity to make the shorts or film videos or talk about them. I was awake since 5 a.m. that day, so we have so many hours not sleeping, dealing with jet lag and everything, but with a very happy heart and content, friends, to be here in front of you again. In Edinburgh, normally HARROD'S receive the product first than anything or anybody. Okay, any recent release, they are going to have it first. But what was my surprise? I found this stunning foundation, the Glow Foundation from YSL, and new shades on the Make Me Blush 03 Mischievous Magenta. So I couldn't be more excited with the foundation, friends, because since I saw my European friends demo this product, I had my eyes on it, but I couldn't find it anywhere. When I was trying, it was sold out. This is the famous All Hours Glow Foundation from YSL. I got the light neutral in shade 7. It was tested, but some of the most amazing makeup artists I've seen. So I'm going to be using this. Today I'm going to be using, for second time, this stunning new concealer from Dolce & Gabbana. Really underrated product. Okay, from Burberry, I got this very recent release, the 05 DUSK eyeshadow palette. I got the number 2 from Sisley Paris. It is the PHYTO eye palette, BOIS the Rose. Also, I received in my absence 02 Rose Goddess from Dolce & Gabbana. So friends, I'm going to be demoing and comparing this eyeshadow palette, why I got the 3 palette, how we can use the palette and get the most of them released for this fall season, okay, fall, winter, or a holiday season. I welcome you with all of my heart. Let me show you. So I'm been replenishing my electrolytes, as you have no idea, because the dehydration was severe and serious. And I have my gallon of water, so I'm trying also to get rid of the cold I got. And cheers for this new makeup tutorial, friends, inviting you to sit and watch what I have to offer for today. Shall we? So what I'm putting on my face, friends, is just to help, with a tiny little bit of the hydration my face needs. So what I did apply to my face, friends, is this stunning product I got from YSL. I'm obsessed with TOUCHE ECLAT primer. So for my lips, friends, I just did apply this beautiful DIOR Addict lip balm. It's berry. As you can see, it's nothing more than just moist. So this is a long-lasting, buildable foundation with a buildable coverage, second skin texture, glow couture finish. I got the line neutral 7. It is a day to night, because over here said all hour foundation glow. It is a day to night glow foundation with a flawless radiant long wear finish, enriched formulation serum with hyaluronic acid and niacinamide hydration. Bare skin is visible, more luminous, long-lasting, flawless, radiant complexion even after an intense active day. I'm going to be using a brush from BK Beauty. It's the 101. This is the consistency. is extremely dense and creamy, okay? I have a true light skin and I'm working with only one pump. I was crazy, friends, for this foundation, but I couldn't find it here. I would like to give you feedback. I did apply 2.5 pumps. The foundation is giving me a very good coverage. The color match, I think, is just very good, very nice. I am a true light for skin. I can still see a slightly bit, right? The redness is very skin-like. So this foundation is not going to provide you a full coverage. It is buildable, meaning you can use more than one coat. Regarding the radiance that the product is claiming, friends, I would like to say, comparing this to Tom Ford and comparing this to Patikta and comparing YSL to Carolina Herrera Performance, this one is the less radiant. I would like to say it's not matte, but it's not as radiant as this other mentioned foundation. We're going to see. Meanwhile, I apply the concealer and I'm going to be using Dolce & Gabbana. The shade 11 is the peach correcting shade. I'm refusing, friends, to continue my day without the Christian Dior limited edition and holiday release Miss Dior Essence. I am just obsessed. It is floral and pretty much it lasts all day. Beautiful. If you haven't tried this, friends, I am highly recommending it for this beautiful upcoming fall winter. So I'm applying the concealer. As you can see, this shade with a tiny little bit, friends, it was as whatever it was on the applicator. Look how radiant my eye look comparing it to the one I haven't done yet. Wow, I'm just in love with the formula. Yes, I did apply a lighter shade, you know, just to bring some luminosity to the eyes. It covered very well on my skin. It is translating this product like a semi-matte. If you love that kind of finish effect on your foundation, you will love this one. I can see the glow on this area, but it is setting pretty much as a matte or semi-matte foundation. And for my bronzer, friends, I'm going to be using the 02 from HERMES. Okay, it is 02 Atlas, and I'm going to be applying this gorgeousness for a little warmth on my skin and to start giving more structure. For the face, I'm going to switch to the BK Beauty 111 and I'm going to start applying this product, you know, from the high point of my face down. This powder, specifically Atlas, is very, very natural, okay? But at the end, if we want some color, friends, why not? Look at this. It's so beautiful. I have the other one that is Sahara. I think that this one is super, super light. See how this one, if can provide it more shade. Oh yes, I think that Sahara is much better. I can see actually, yeah, stunning product from HERMES, as everything they produce, friends. I have natural dentation here. With the placement of the bronzer from HERMES, okay, I'm using the 03 Sahara. because I tried with Atlas, but it's looking very light on my skin. So stunning product, friends. The beautifulness of this powder, friends, is the way the skin like air-like diffusing effect. It's so beautiful, friends. On the status of the foundation that makes the skin look just gorgeous. It has a blurring effect. It did cover the melasma. It's not separating. This formula reminds me a lot to the beautifying formula effect of PHYTO, meaning the longest you have the product on your face, friends, the better and better it start just looking. Wow, it's so beautiful, the elegance of this foundation. Very, very pleased. I haven't set my skin yet, and I'm going to do it using Givenchy, the Prisme Libre in 03 Rose. Voila, good enough. And I normally apply it a little bit on my nose because sometimes I have to wear glasses, so I don't want for the foundation to move, okay? So this is applying the powder, and I'm going to proceed with this stunning blush I bought at HARROD'S in Scotland. Wow, it's Mischievous Magenta, brand new. The shade is brand new, infused with the rose hip oils. Esqualane is a new shade, the 03 Mischievous Magenta. This is how this product look. I just upload a video, friends. Oh my, what a beautiful. This is the brand new release. Highly pigmented, but as I'm saying, look, as you diffuse the product, you can give the intensity and or the saturation of your desire. As you can see, the saturation is very strong, okay? And I'm going to start applying and working the product from the high point of my cheeks. The color is so stunning, so beautiful. I am a true light of skin, and I think the shade is just beautiful, friends. If you have a deep skin shade, this color is going to be your best friend. Look how vibrant it is, the shade. So you can work with this color as it is your desire, friends. I love it, friends. I love it because let me tell you, on this fall winter, so many of the eyeshadow palette are coming with pink hues. And on top of this, just like a buffing effect, I would like to apply a tiny little bit of this bronzer gel cream powder from Sisley. Let us see. This is going to revive, to say somehow, right? That tanning effect. And have a sheer effect as well, so. This is using Sisley Paris, the glow bronzing product. I really love the vibrancy my face have. And now we're going to be jumping, friends, to the eyeshadow. So welcome you once again to my channel. I'm going to be listing all of the product and demo right now on this makeup tutorial, so you can have the information that you need. If you are new to my channel, friends, I am a professional makeup artist on the field of advanced techniques. Recently, Burberry launched this Preciousness 05 DUSK palette. When I bought this palette, friends, I did a post. The people were commenting that they like way more how the palette was looking on the arm. When you see this beauty on the palette, look like all of the shades are matte. But how deceiving it is, friends, that this palette have, even including the more matte, have some sort of a sheer. They are soft, friends, as you have no idea. What a soft formulation. Wow. It's creamy. The palette is super, super soft. Super soft. If you like softer glamour, if you like more natural effect, this is what you have, okay? I'm very curious to see how this palette is going to look on the eye. So all of the shades, friends, if you want to actually see this in natural light, I highly recommend it. Watch that short I did, because the sheer and the silkiness on this formulation is just stunning. So, and I'm going to swatch Bois Rose. Okay, to a difference with the palette from Burberry. The only difference I see, this palette doesn't have an ivory lightest shade. This formula seems more very creamy to the touch. Is slightly bit, gives the impression that by texture is slightly bit more powdery. Sisley here. A very pretty, friends. It's like a baby rose pink, so, and have like a coralish shade. The other one is like a brown with pink undertone, mauvey undertone, and this more warm shade in brown. And include as well this velvet pouch. And the third palette, friends, and the most wanted, one of the most wanted one, is going to be this beautiful, and I'm going to be making a video about just about this formulation from Dolce & Gabbana. Wow, friends, if I'm saying Dolce & Gabbana is bringing so many amazing formulas and product, friends, I'm sure in words. So this one is Goddess Rose. Getting ready to start with the swatches of this beautiful, underrated company as it is Dolce & Gabbana. Oh my, from the encasement elegancy, friends, to the formulation that they are bringing. How stunning. They are so beautiful. This formula it is. So I'm going to proceed giving you the swatches from the bottom all the way. This palette is to be wear in a daily, basis, and if you go to the evening and you need to change your looks, friends, this palette is offering everything. So we are speaking about a total of 6 shades, okay? If you invest on any of these palette, friends, wow, to be wear all around the year, okay? This is the very first 4th shade. See how beautiful and pigmented it is. Crazy warm brown. Oh my. And the other 2 shades, friends, this one are shimmery, creamy formulas. Coming to the last 2 shades. One of the shade is a deep brown as well, and the other one is a gorgeous metallic, creamy, very creamy shade. Oh my. And let me tell you that this last shade, friend, had a kind of coppery undertone. Oh my. Look at the way that this look on the finger. Look like a taupey shade. But look when I swatch. Wow, this is very interesting. So these are the 6 shades from Dolce & Gabbana. Wow. Burberry is the softer and settled of all of them. Then Sisley Paris with more pigmentation, and Dolce & Gabbana. So the sophistication and delicate formula from Burberry France is very gorgeous, and I would like to start with the first eye makeup look using Endemo Burberry, okay? The 05 Dusk. By using this stunning double-ended EF1 brush from Makeup by Mario. I'm going to apply the lightest shade along my eyebrow, okay? You can start with the application of your makeup on the way that you prefer. I never do my makeup same way, never. It's going to depend, you know, how I feel. Seems like it is a matte shade, but super creamy. I'm going to be using this double-ended brush from Chanel, okay? So I have blending brush on one side, and the other one is like a dome brush. I'm going to apply this shade, the pink shade here, this one, on all over my eyelid, okay? Let us see how this is going to behave. Okay, have a very nice amount of pigmentation. Oh wow, it's so delicate, friends. Oh, it's truly a baby pink. I hope you can see it. The formula is completely buildable, friends. And now I'm going to proceed this shade that I have here on the center of my eyelid. And you know what? This is the perfect type of formulation, friend, to be applied with the fingers. Okay, this one is more shimmery. Had a gorgeous shimmery formula, but creamy, friends. Wow. Yeah, definitely this palette, I would like to say, is so amazing. You know, it's the type of formula, friends, if you don't have the skills with the brushes, you can perfectly apply with the fingers. Look at that. I'm telling you, this palette is to go around all around the year. So let us go now with the plum shade here. It doesn't show much. It's the first time using this palette, friends. This is definitely a beautiful, beautiful plum shade. Look at this, friends. With a tiny, with a tiny little bit, friends, you can go a very long way. That the plum shade is highly pigmented. And I'm going to grab the baby pink again and just work everything together. The palette is a beauty. And I'm going with this shimmery shade, have silver sparkle with a taupe shade. To see how this is going to behave. Ooh. Doesn't make that much difference because the shade is super subtle, delicate. So if you think you're going to overdo this, friends, I'm telling you right now, there's no way. So you want, friends, on your bottom, super delicate but sophisticated finish. How gorgeous it is, honestly, friend, how gorgeous. And I'm going to apply Wood. It's a beautiful shade from Prada lines. If you want, we're going to mix both and to see what is going to be actually the result, okay? I love the statement on the outer V. Wow, it's very pretty brownish shade. You can see this one is more graphite from Prada line, is Wood, and this is mahogany. So let us work with Wood just to escape, you know, from the black. When I do apply the shade on the waterline on mucus membrane, friends, I normally go in rounding, mini rounding motions, and that had a purpose, is just to cover every gap. This is the first look using the palette from Burberry. If you want a daily look or a night look, friends, it will depend on how much saturation you will love from the plum shade. The plum shade is extremely strong. We're modifying a slightly bit. Look at this. So we have more dimension, okay? And I'm going to grab it in a little bit of the pink again, and we can blend everything together. It's a baby pink actually, okay? The palette is gorgeous, friends. I'm using the semi-shadow, the plum, to create a tight line. You know what? I've been loving so much this mascara from PHYTO. Let us go with this mascara. And as always, you can apply falsies, like more statement. But if you're more like a soft glamour type of person, you can just apply black mascara. This is like a teal green, very deep. I think that the palette is easy to use. It's a palette to have all around your year. I'm going to demo 02 Bois or Rose from Sisley Paris, a recent launch. I'm going to start with this lightest shade all over my mobile eyelid. Okay, so I'm looking this way and you can see, ooh, friends, oh my. So one time and look what we have. If you are a person with a soft touch for your eyes, friends, you just add this shade here. That's it. And you have your eyes done. And let us grab into this shade here. I'm not sure if this is going to give me some sort of allow because the shade is more intense. Oh wow, it's a beautiful rosy shade, friends, so stunning. Oh my, look at this. If this is all what you want, look at the dimension, then the eye had to run away. And this shade had pink with a touch, friends. I would like to say it's like a coralish, so you can see. Yeah, it's a warm coral bronzy shade. It's a Then a little bit more intense. Let me see. It's a gorgeous neutral brown. Wow. Let us put it here. Ooh. With the same hues of a bronzy, coppery undertone. So let us go little by little and to see how this is going to behave. Highly pigmented. So we're going to be working this just on the outer. Ooh, you see this? Wow, this is very, very pretty. So with this brush from Makeup by Mario, I love it because it's very fluffy. Look at this, friends. With my pinky, I'm coming to the inner. To enhance the initial shade a little bit more. See? This palette as well, friends, you can use it perfectly, you know, for a very soft glamour, okay? Blend very well, always. So we can see that this palette from Burberry is a lot more cooler in shades. How stunning. And this palette from Sisley is more warmer. And we're going to proceed with the deepest brown, and we're going to transform this eye look. Definitely this palette is very is more warmer. I go with the rounding motions. So I'm applying a slightly bit of this pink to connect here. Okay, so we can produce a transition, okay? I'm coming all along my eyebrow and taking the shade all the way out. Wow, the palette is so beautiful, my friends. If happen, you cannot get rid of a specific like lines, you can always come, you know, with your concealer brushes and you can just go slowly on top. Okay, if you want a more delicate and seamless application, look, so it produces, you know, like a blurring effect. So friends, this palette is so gorgeous. If you invest on this eyeshadow palette, friends, you are going to have palette for the rest of the year. It's not only a palette, and it's going to be serving for holidays. Look, and we are going to apply a tiny little bit of this pencil from Prada lines, Wood. The coolness of the plum and TOUCHE on this eye look so crazy sophisticated, friends. I'm going to grab into this beautiful pencil from HERMES, trade the HERMES, is the beige. Look at that light, how pretty, friends. It is the very first time touching this palette, okay? So we are speaking about a palette here from Burberry, from Burberry. A cool tone shade palette, but it's beautifully like those kind of neutral, cool tone. They are not really exaggerated. How gorgeous, friends. I'm obsessed with this look. And in opposition to Sisley Paris, we are speaking about brown coffees, pumpkin shades. And I'm going to proceed applying the mascara for you with both eyes done, completely done. So which one is your favorite? Just using this palette 02 Bois or Rose. How gorgeous are these palette? So the point here was getting these two palettes, thinking, friends, if we can actually use this product all around the year or for the holiday edition. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I did use HERMES on this eye, the mascara, okay? And I use BOIS and on the bottom HERMES, because it's easy, you know, for the finest of the spoolie to get access to the tiny eyelashes, okay? So I promised you I was going to be ordering, you know, more shades on this stunning formulation from Burberry Kiss lipsticks. Oh my friends, it's Burberry Kisses, and the shade is the 12 Soft Matte Pink. I'm creating an ombre effect using two shades from Carolina Herrera lip pencils. I'm going to describe everything on the description box below. I'm going to proceed with this beautifulness from Burberry. It's 12 Soft Pink. It's a brand new shade, friends. I haven't used it. This is the shade. Okay? Friends, I don't know what I can tell you, but the shade is just beautiful. How stunning this can be, friends. So you close it by swirling the cup. So this is a brand new shade, friends. Things like everything goes together. For the reason, friends, we are playing with pink and purples on this side, and we're playing on this side with pinks, browns, and this kind of pumpkin ethereal shades. Very pretty. My gorgeous friends, I'm coming to an end with these two gorgeousness from Burberry and Sisley Paris. Are highly recommended, friends, for the only reason that this palette are so sophisticated. They are so easy to use. The formulation is so crazy creamy. Anything and everything I can tell you regarding Burberry, friends, I'm just short in words. And you know what I find? I find that these products are super underrated. Okay, we are speaking, friends, about two crazy formulas. I think that this is the best of the best I've seen, you know, on this year. This palette, friends, from Burberry, I underestimate the palette. To be very honest, I didn't realize the gorgeousness I was using. The palette is just gorgeous. On this other side, we have this stunning product from Sisley Paris. Friends, this palette is so silky, is so luxurious to diffuse. Doesn't any other palette produce any type of fallout. It's the same thing. This palette can be perfectly used, friends, all around the year. I didn't realize the beautifulness of this product. I honestly didn't realize it. So with this, my friends, I would like to say thank you for staying with me. Thank you, friends, for waiting for me since I just came back from my vacation. This trip I did with my husband, friends, for 15 days. All of my videos are filmed 4K using a 70% of natural light with a 30% of artificial light that come from my slave station. I couldn't stay away from this beauty recently launched from Gucci. I got it at HARROD'S as well, so you need to be in touch. You need to be tuned with me because I'm coming with a lot of things. And finally, I was able to find my Weleda Skin Food, the Rich Intense Face and Body Cream. And wanting to show you, friends, I found this beautifulness as well, you know, from Givenchy. So I got this palette from Givenchy. Look, these neutral shades. It is called Le 9 de Givenchy 9.16. This is the very last release from Givenchy. I have to say a big thanks to all of the people from HARROD'S in the different departments and they helped me to find my beautifulness. Regarding and the last thought on the foundation. This type of foundation, friends, the YSL All Hours Glow Foundation. It is glowy, but not the most glowy. Had a very natural radiance. I haven't applied any highlighter because I was wanting for you to see the effect by itself. Not the most glowy and dewy formulas you're going to find. If I had to compare more glowy, it is the formula from Tom Ford. If we have to compare again, more dewy and glowy is PHYTO. So you can perfectly apply a little bit, you know, of highlighter, or let me tell you, you can apply a product like the Italian white truffle from the Alba. If you want more, you know, a more radiant, glowy effect. So highly recommending this underrated product. It's a favorite of all of us as makeup artist friends. It's been, you know, some of the best investment I've done for many years regarding this white truffle product. Is so gorgeous. Not much, just a tiny little bit, okay? And let me tell you, this product is going to lock the makeup look on your face. I think both eyeshadow are extremely sophisticated. I would like your opinion, your comment, please. Which one is your favorite? Which one is the eye palette that you would love to buy? So with this, my loves, I would like to say thank you again. Thank you so much. I'm going to be listing all the product I demo on this masterclass makeup tutorial today, and with affiliation links. Please, if you are watching my videos, I kindly invite you, please, to subscribe, like, and comment. My channel is a YouTube partner channel. I receive a tiny little bit of commission, friends. If you decide to buy from my links, I highly appreciate it. At this moment, I buy all of the product I demo. Everything I did today on this face come to this stunning result. I'm still wearing at a month the serum from Sweet. Highly recommending it because my eyelashes had improved the growth like crazy. And I couldn't recommend enough the formulation on Burberry lipsticks, Kisses. As I showed last time, I bought several shades for the fall winter edition, but I couldn't stay away from this one in order to create this makeup. So we have to demo this one. So this is what is coming, and the Givenchy and Gucci stuff I got from Scotland at harrod.com or Harrod Beauty. So my friends, if you have any question, don't forget, don't hesitate to just shoot me a message. I will respond as soon as I can, okay? So thank you so much. Bye.